Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button because this helps us publish more exciting historical trips.
The ancient Egyptians were famous for their elaborate burial rituals. These rituals weren't just ceremonies for the dead, but complex practices deeply rooted in their beliefs about the afterlife. The Egyptians believed in a journey the soul takes after death, a journey to another world where life continues in a different form. These rituals, carefully performed and documented, offer us a glimpse into the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian beliefs and their reverence for life after death. They provide valuable insights into their culture, social structure, and understanding of the universe. The ancient Egyptians firmly believed that death was not the end, but a transition to another world. They called this world the afterlife, a place where the deceased lived forever. This belief was fundamental to their culture and permeated every aspect of their lives, especially their burial practices. To navigate the dangers of the underworld and secure their place in the afterlife, the Egyptians developed elaborate rituals and practices. These practices centered around preserving the body and providing the deceased with the necessary provisions for the journey, highlighting their deep faith in the continuity of life beyond the mortal world. Mummification was a complex and sacred process requiring deep knowledge of anatomy and religious rituals. It was an integral part of ancient Egyptian burial rites, reflecting their belief in the afterlife and the importance of preserving the body for the soul's journey. The Egyptians believed that the soul needed a healthy body to cross over to the other world. The process took 70 days and involved highly skilled priests who followed precise steps to ensure the body's preservation. They first removed the internal organs, which were believed to be prone to decay. These organs included the liver, lungs, stomach, and intestines. The organs were then preserved separately in special containers called canopic jars, which were kept beside the mummy in the tomb. The body was then dried using natron, a natural salt used to remove moisture and prevent decomposition. After drying, the body was wrapped in layers of linen bandages adorned with amulets and prayers for protection. These amulets were believed to provide protection and strength to the mummy on its journey to the afterlife. Canopic jars played a vital role in the mummification process. These jars were an essential part of ancient Egyptian funerary rites. These jars, typically made of alabaster or pottery, were used to store the internal organs of the deceased after their removal from the body. The organs were carefully preserved inside these jars to ensure they would not decay. The ancient Egyptians believed that preserving these organs was essential for the individual's survival in the afterlife. These beliefs were part of their deep philosophy about life and death. Each jar was dedicated to a specific god and contained a particular organ. Imseti, who had a human head, for the liver. Imseti was believed to protect the liver from harm. Hapi, who had a baboon head, for the lungs. Hapi was considered the protector of the lungs, a vital part of the body. Duamutef, who had a jackal head, for the stomach. Duamutef was believed to protect the stomach from decay. And Kebesenuef, who had a falcon head, for the intestines. Kebesenuef was believed to protect the intestines from damage. The lids, often shaped as the four sons of Horus, acted as guardians over the deceased's organs, highlighting the importance given to their preservation. These lids were considered protectors of the organs, ensuring their safety in the afterlife. Tombs were not merely burial places for the ancient Egyptians. They were considered eternal homes for the deceased. These elaborate structures, from simple rock-cut tombs to massive pyramids, were carefully designed and decorated to provide the deceased with everything they would need in the afterlife. Tomb walls were adorned with intricate paintings and hieroglyphic writings, depicting scenes from the deceased's life, their journey to the afterlife, and their successful arrival in the presence of the gods. These scenes were not merely decorations, but also served as magical spells, ensuring the deceased's well-being and eternal life. The Book of the Dead was an indispensable guide for the deceased on their journey through the afterlife. This sacred text contained spells, hymns, and instructions intended to help the soul overcome obstacles in the other world. This collection of spells, hymns, and instructions written on papyrus scrolls provided the deceased with the knowledge and power necessary to navigate the challenges of the underworld and reach the Hall of Truth. These spells were considered powerful magical tools that aided the soul on its journey. The book contained spells to protect the deceased from demons, provide them with food and drink, and guide them through the different regions of the underworld. These spells were used to ensure the soul wouldn't suffer from hunger or thirst on its journey. The weighing of the heart ceremony, depicted and described in the Book of the Dead, was a crucial test where the deceased's heart was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. If the heart was as light as the feather, the soul was considered pure. A positive outcome granted the deceased access to the afterlife. This outcome meant the soul had successfully passed all tests and was ready to live in eternal bliss. The funeral of the deceased represented the final stage of ancient Egyptian burial rites. It was a solemn and grand occasion, reflecting the social status of the deceased and the importance of their journey to the afterlife. The funeral, often accompanied by mourners, priests, and musicians, carried the mummy of the deceased to its final resting place, the tomb. Offerings of food, drink, and other provisions for the afterlife were presented. Prayers and hymns were chanted, invoking the blessings of the gods for the deceased's safe passage to the afterlife. The elaborate burial rituals of the ancient Egyptians, meticulously practiced for thousands of years, stand as a testament to their enduring belief in the afterlife. These rituals were not merely ceremonies for the dead, but an integral part of their culture, reflecting their values, beliefs, and understanding of the universe. The pyramids, tombs, and artifacts unearthed by archaeologists provide us with valuable insights into the lives, beliefs, and practices of the ancient Egyptians. Their complex rituals and meticulous preparations for the afterlife continue to captivate and intrigue us, offering a glimpse into a civilization that placed immense value on life, death, and the journey beyond. The ancient Egyptians believed in life after death, and their burial rituals reflected this belief in every aspect. From the preservation of the body through mummification to elaborate tombs filled with provisions for the afterlife, they spared no effort in ensuring the deceased's well-being in the other world. Their rituals, meticulously performed and documented, offer us a glimpse into their worldview, their understanding of life and death, and their yearning for immortality. The enduring legacy of ancient Egyptian burial rituals lies not only in their grandeur and complexity, but in their testament to the power of belief and the human desire for continuity beyond the mortal world.